And you talk in the piece that you wrote in the Washington Post about your experience as a very young girl being part of a school that was being integrated and what you experienced there from some parents and students who were horrible to you. And you said this felt a lot like that.
It really did. And I thought we were beyond that in America, where, you know, in very real terms, this was bigotry. This was prejudice. They were prejudging. They were stereotyping. All the things that I never thought I would see come from the left. They blamed those of us on the right. But I said, you know, I just want the people in Silicon Valley and people on the far, far left to live up to their own bumper stickers. They're the ones that said, mean people suck. I've never seen anything meaner, nastier, more vile than the hatred that came towards me during that particular time. And I was a little disappointed in the Google leadership, who really thought they were doing the right thing to disband. I really think they should have stood up to the mob rule, and it was not a good thing to capitulate to that sort of thinking.
I want to read something that came from one of the posts, the listservs of Google employees who were concerned and pushed back. They said, of the Heritage Foundation of You, I would disagree that conservatives, their views are important to consider when those views include erasing trans people, targeting immigrants, and denying climate change. I mean, they had these objections to you and to the Heritage Foundation.
None of which is true, by the way. None of it is true. You know, at the Heritage Foundation, and I personally, I know that this country is rich because of our tradition of welcoming immigrants into our country. Just want them to do it the correct way and do it legally and protect our borders so that we know who's coming in. I'm not against immigration. Immigrants made our country who we are today. All in favor. Climate change, of course the climate is changing, but do we want to, in fact, adopt rules and regulations which, I don't know what they do, but they certainly don't affect climate change. No one is being a climate denier, as they suggested. Homophobe? I don't think so. You know, I've never talked about it publicly, but I have a gay son whom I love beyond all measure. And he and his community have welcomed me, have helped me grow, have helped me to understand. There's no hatred there. That's my child you're talking about.
I think a lot of people would be very surprised if they sat down and had a conversation on you based on the way that you were pictured. And that's what you emphasize. We all need to respect each other across these viewpoints, sit down and have conversations, and that's the way that we make things better. So we thank you for this conversation. Kay Coles James, great to have you.
Oh, thank you.